in the rain, in the land of fantasy, loving life, I'll do it great, bring your mind to everlasting liberty.
What's up, everybody? Hope you're feeling groovy out there. Welcome back to Fantasy League Fantastical Roundtable for Week 7 of the NFL. I'm Bud. I'm feeling great tonight, and you know this guy's feeling great. It's Bud. Hey, Bud.
How are you?
I'm doing well, and I gotta say, your choice of jerseys, perfecto. You know?
Oh, you like that? I just, Peg in the office just handed that to me on the way in. She said, from the Boone Humper, compliments of DTs. What a nice shirt, huh?
Nice shirt, nice shirt. What is it?
Oh, well, I think it's it's a Boone Humper.
Oh, yes, of course.
It's the team mascot.
Yeah, Boone Humper. Boone Humper. Yeah,
there he is.
We'll
That's
let it go.
Looks
we'll
like,
let it go. Hey, it's great to be back.
Yeah.
What a week it was, Bud. And
well, I think we didn't see a lot of scoring this past week, and we'll get into that. But you know, I think the bye weeks are really starting to show with some of these teams, and maybe the lack of depth that some of them have.
no doubt, no doubt. But we're also seeing some wonderful managerial skills via the waiver wire. Proper picks. We didn't see a lot of PLOB to this week.
No, not a lot of PLOB. I think PLOB really comes out of those during the bye weeks. You just don't see as much of it.
Yes.
Because you just have a lot of guys on the bench that aren't playing.
Yeah.
So
amazing amount of roster.
Not a ton of PLOB out there this week.
No, I hear you. What else do we have? We have a growing audience.
Well, yeah, this is really exciting. Now, we're in our 5th show now, I believe.
5 shows.
God, it's flying by. We've got an audience now spreading from Nashville down into Alaska, where the king resides.
Yeah,
I mean, pretty soon we're going to get someone in Tunisia.
It's a wildfire.
Huge fantasy football country.
Yes,
place.
Good stuff. Right after the elections, they'll be turning on our
Toonies
program.
love them some fantasy.
Well, welcome. Some of the audience has mentioned some advice regarding the graphics. They're frustrated. They want more of what this program has to offer.
Well, I think, initially the league was talking about it being a private channel, but I think we're impressed by the initial comments and some of the feedback we're getting, because we did decide to go, public on the World Wide Web.
Yes.
And, I think, there are some folks out there that want to see a little bit more out of the show as far as what they can apply to their leagues, rather than what the Boone Humper and the King are doing.
Sure.
Not sure about that. We'll see if we can fit some things in.
Yeah, we have a little, part of the show we're going to do tonight, a little bit. It's going to add more graphics to the show and give you, the viewer, a little more interactive experience. Speaking of interactive, we are going to take some questions from some of the viewers. We're very excited about that. That's later on in the program.
We're also going to do our power rankings on the whiteboard today. Have a little whiteboard talk.
Yeah, I think I just said that. A segment. That's what I...
Oh, did you say that exact same thing? I guess I better start listening to them.
Good. Okay, back to business now.
All right.
Next up, Mason Keat Colby, MKC, as we will now refer to him, or I will now refer to him, was very upset at the last program. He felt that we had divulged too much information about his managerial prowess. How would you... And he, thought we broke our journalistic integrity. And I want to say to him... Well, what are your thoughts?
Well, the league office did receive a late night phone call from the general manager of Mason Keat Colby.
Mm-hmm.
He was very displeased. He thought some things were disclosed on the show that undermined him and things that he were doing and the trust that he had with other managers. But really, the league has been hearing prior to that week from all the different managers there, informing them of Mason Keat Colby and what's been going on. We were just regurgitating what the league office had said.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
No specifics. So, I would just say grab a tissue, Mason Keat Colby.
Yeah. No, you have more people. It's okay. I did speak with the manager of the Boone Humpers. He did receive a heated voicemail and a couple of snarky text messages from Mason Keith Colby, and they discussed it over the phone. And the Boone Humper said that after Mason Keith Colby said he would never trade with him again, maybe 24 hours passed, and Mason Keith Colby is trying to trade with the Boone Humper again.
Well, maybe we won't get into specifics, but we know what he wants from you. The league office did say that they were going to set up a separate complaint line if you wanted to call in and say anything about the Mason Keith Colby and his tactics. Don't call the regular line.
Yeah.
Call the special line, and we'll give that number out after the show.
Yeah, this isn't the CIA. This isn't, we're not a bunch of, spies here. This is just Fantasy League Roundtable. We just want to give the information as we see
It's
it.
an unbiased approach and presentation.
Best waiver wire ads of the past week, but let's get to it.
Well, there was a lot of waiver activity last week. Not too many broke out like the owners would have expected them to. But I found one in there that was a solid producer. I think a lot of folks had him on their radar and just didn't quite have that waiver priority to grab him. He was snatched up early. And that was Ernest Graham out of the Buccaneers.
Great pick.
Fire-spitting Jimmys grabbed him, they plugged him right in, he gave him 15 points, and they ended up losing by, well, we'll talk about that later.
Ouch, FSJs, ouch. I'm going to go with Aaron Hernandez by the Boone Humper. It was a spectacular pickup. Obviously, he was ranked the lowest. He had the first priority as being the worst team, but he did choose a tight end in Aaron Hernandez, who got him 18 points and a victory. He needed every one of those points. He only won by 10, I believe. And congratulations to the Boone Humper.
Yeah, again, those waiver wire rules really coming in handy for a team that really has no stars on it, needing to plug and play, and then the bye week hits. It's like, wow,
Yeah, the Boone
driving
Humper
the
is
nail in the
still
coffin.
very active. He takes a chance on Colt McCoy going to the Raiders. Colt McCoy gives him 18 points. Congratulations to the Boone Humpers on a great, using some managerial cojones and pulling out a huge win.
Well, they did. They pulled out their first win of the year. They're printing T-shirts. They believe in the Boone Humper camp that they still have a shot here. 1-5. It is doable. You win 2 in a row. You're at 3-5. You're not in a must-win at that point. You're not in panic mode. Maybe you hold on to a guy or two a little bit longer and let him develop. Right now, it's plug and play, plug and play, plug and play. They won. They hit gold last week. They were the top scorer.
Maybe we should put a quick shout out to the only team in the league now with an O by its record, and that's the 0-6 Redonkulous.
Wow. 2 weeks ago, my darling, this past week I said they would score 160 points and cruise to victory. They put up 108. They stink the joint up again. We don't see them making any waiver claims until Wednesday afternoon.
You got to get there early. There's a line.
I think we might see ourselves the first quitter of the year.
Whoa.
We'll see.
I'm not going there, but I will say this. It is interesting that he hasn't been a little more active on the waiver wire, but when you look at that team, it's going to do... It's just snake bit.
Well, I mean...
I'm going to call Redonkulous snake bit. That's when I say snake bit, I mean Redonkulous.
I mean, I don't know if he pricked his finger when he came into this league because he won it the first year here. He didn't quite do so well. I think he was an 8 seed in the playoffs last year, was bounced early, and then this year he's definitely paying some sort of dividend here.
But it's like he won the first year he played, and then he had a Redonkulous hangover.
Oh, wow, you don't want that one.
Week 6, let's get through it. The game of the week was the Peaceful Warriors taking on Dr. Dick.
Yeah, that was, I think I had the Peaceful Warriors pulling that one out. Dr. Dick's been a winning team. Warriors just simply underachieve again.
Underachieve.
And hit by injury. I mean, both running backs going out of the game in injury. Felix Jones first quarter, and Reggie Bush in the third. I think that could have been the trick if Brandon Marshall catches that touchdown as well.
Let me just backtrack. Dr. Dick scored 134-14. Peaceful Warriors scored 118-20. Bud, you say this team underachieves. I say this team just sucks. Really doesn't have a lot of managerial skill behind it, and it just seems to take chances if you go through that. We'll get to it, but that's my thoughts. Boone Humper, 131-52. The King won.